Well, how I came to be an economics professor, I got a job in economic consulting. And I really liked the work. I really liked applying kind of economic analysis to policy questions. We had government clients for our consulting. What I hated about it is you had no control over what you worked on or when you did the work. I mean, you kind of were at the beck and call of the client. And that's why I was very attracted to academia, because in academia, you can kind of choose what you work on and when you do the work. I do some matching theory. So in matching theory, you're trying to figure out, given the distribution of agents, characteristics, skills in the economy, what groups form, and then within those groups, how they make decisions. So for example, you might think about how people sort into neighborhoods. You might think about how workers sort into firms. And then I do some game theory, which are thinking about strategic interactions between people in different environments. And my game theory work is often dynamic. So you're thinking about trade-offs over time. For example, one recent paper was thinking about a timing game played between a large number of players. And timing games, in a timing game, you have a very simple strategy, which is just when do you take an action. But in our timing game, your payoff from that action depends on when you take the action, but also how many other people take the action before you. And that's where there's a strategic element. The essence of creative work is having a new perspective on something, coming in and thinking in a way that other people haven't thought about it before, and kind of working with people that are just learning the material, just starting out, kind of younger minds and just different minds than your own, really helps with that creativity. So that's the selfish reason I like to work with PhD students. The kind of unselfish reason is my own work can only have so much of an impact on the world. I mean, I kind of produce slowly and I'm just one person. I can have a much larger impact on the profession and the world by kind of transferring my skills to students. In terms of choosing the subdiscipline within economics that you're going to be involved in, think as much about the questions or the subject, or think as much about the process of creating the work as the subject or the research questions you're asking. There's a big difference between empirical work, maybe numerical simulation work, and theory work, just in terms of what you're doing every day. And since you're going to be doing it every day for years to come, you really want to think about, well, what do you enjoy actually doing? Do you enjoy computer programming? Do you enjoy cleaning data? Do you enjoy kind of proving a theorem or just kind of theorizing? We're very good in development and macro and applied micro, for example. But I think the big strength is we provide a lot of very good training in your first few years in the core kind of theory, the core empirical techniques, and kind of the core programming skills that you need across kind of any discipline, any field within economics. Second thing is that the faculty are very engaged with the students. I mean, going to a place that has fantastic faculty is not useful for you if they're not really devoting a lot of time to students, and Georgetown faculty do that.